Okay. All right. Okay, so to start off, can you introduce yourself with your name and your profession?
Sure, absolutely. So I'm Jamie Thompson, and I am a professor at Sam Houston State University.
Okay, perfect. Okay, how long were you an early childhood teacher for? And what
Oh,
was your grade or content focus?
okay, awesome. So I've taught both in public school and private school. I owned a preschool, so I did that 17 years, and I was the preschool teacher as well as the owner. And then I taught kindergarten 4 years
Oh, wow.
prior to that.
Okay. During this time, did you notice an absence of parental involvement? If so, what actions would you take on this issue?
Absolutely. So there is in public school, I've noticed it more so than in the private setting because they had chosen that. So, but in public school, and the the absence of parent involvement had a lot to do with what I found was when I reached out to parents was they weren't sure what to do, right?
Yeah.
Or their employment kept them from being involved. And so we really tried to work at offering parent involvement that varied in times and dates to help encourage parents to come. And we had, whether it was math night or literacy night or whatever it was, come read with the child during the day, volunteer to be a mentor. We allowed opportunity for that at various times to try to encourage parents.
Okay, perfect. And as you were mentioning, like with reading night, what kind of other events inside or outside of school were children most eager to participate in, whether it was academic or more social?
So we did lots of different things, and it starting from the very beginning with Meet the Teacher, right? We did Meet the
Hmm.
Teacher before school started. Now this is all pre-COVID, right? But we did
Yeah.
that beforehand. We especially in the early childhood setting, we had a big get together. We had a group setting where everyone came together, and then we broke out into small group sessions in our own classrooms that may be more individualized. Kids love that. They love to bring their parents to
Mhm.
school. We did open house. They enjoyed that. We invited parents on field trips. And then, like the reading night, we did a reading night. We did graduation at the end of the year. I'm trying to think about all the things we did. We did reading, we did math nights, and all grade levels were included. Even kindergarten was included in that. And we just talked it up. And we called parents and we invited them. We sent flyers. The kids loved it. There
Mhm.
wasn't any event that we did that they just really didn't. And I was fortunate enough to the two schools that I worked at. They parents they enjoyed it. Now we always had some that just couldn't come, but
Yeah.
there were times when some could come to one and not the other.
Hmm. But for the most part, every event that was planned, it was very much looked forward to by the students.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. And we had community partners that helped sponsor some of those things like we did and like a perfect attendance and academy sponsored that, and for all the kids that were had perfect attendance they won a bike, and so we had
Mhm.
community involvement as well, and so that was celebrated and talked about throughout the year.
Okay. How would you describe the importance of community involvement for the development of students? That's my last question that I have for you.
And that's a great question. So 100% we know research says that to improve student outcomes, they need to see buy-in, right? From
Mhm.
parents, they need to see buy-in from their schools, but they also need to see buy-in from their community. It makes them feel welcome, right? That makes them feel like academics is important. Every one of us come from different backgrounds. I'm first generation undergrad, grad, and doctoral. I was able to do that on my own. But the support that we provide our students in all areas, whether it's in the classroom or outside of the classroom, is super important. It helps motivate them, and it helps develop a sense of comfort in the school community because they know that they're supported and they know that education is valued. It also allows for them to have an increased access to resources and support when we involve communities. And then it, it just overall it just supports all of those things. Does that make any
Yeah.
sense? Positive attitudes and you
Hmm.
see greater enrollment in post-secondary education. We know that we have improved school attendance when students see the value, right? So all those
Hmm.
things are impacted.
Okay. Well, thank you for your insight. Those were all the questions that I had for you.
Okay, well, you're very welcome. If you need anything else, just let me know.
No, that's all. Thank you, though.
Okay,
Let me
you have a
stop
great
the.
day.